Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. So guys, this is a quick video. Obviously over the last few days, there's been something trending that I have actually seen, but I haven't bothered doing a video about. Ugas the other day in a t-shirt, in an interview, you could clearly see there was something weird with his left arm. It looks like there's some kind of issue with his bicep, and in the weigh-in today, there's a few people that have messaged me and said, Imran, what's going on here with his arm? And it looks like there's definitely some kind of swelling, in his arm. You could see it in that interview, but he had a t-shirt on. Here he was obviously with his upper body showing, and you clearly see that the left arm seems like there's a swelling there, and some people are saying it looks like a torn bicep. It definitely looks similar to what Callum Smith had when he fought Canelo. Canelo was targeting that arm, and that arm was definitely swollen. And Ugas's looks the same to me. If I'm honest, it definitely looks like there's something wrong with the arm. I don't know whether that's going to... If it's a torn bicep, that's definitely going to affect him in the fight, because it affected Callum Smith. I'm now even more so confident that, Pacquiao's going to stop him. It looks weird. It looks really weird. And it looks like it just doesn't look... It didn't look right. When I saw his arm the other day, when he was in a t-shirt, it looked weird. And it looked like, whoa, his arm looks really swollen, And I think in the t-shirt, it looked worse, It looked bad when he was standing normally. You could clearly tell there's a swelling there in his arm. What that is, I don't know, because, to get a swelling like that in your arm, I don't know, did he get punched there? Did he, I don't know, but it definitely seems like there's some kind of issue in his arm. Is that going to affect his performance tomorrow? Possibly. I hope that's not used as an excuse if he was to lose. But they're definitely, I think it's quite visible, isn't it? It's not an excuse, but it's quite visible that there's something not right there in his arm. Definitely looks dodgy to me. His arm doesn't look, didn't look right with a t-shirt, and it definitely didn't look right in the weigh-in. So for me, I think that even makes Ugas's chance even harder. Especially Manny Pacquiao would know that as well, because these things that are being talking about, Manny's going to know about it. So he's going to be targeting that arm. I just think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough for Ugas. If it wasn't already tough already, it's just got even more difficult, because that arm looks quite gruesome, actually. It looks quite bad. Like I said, I don't know what happened there. I don't know how he's done it, but I remember Callum Smith against Canelo. Callum Smith said he had a dead arm. That arm he couldn't use it. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Ugas uses that left arm, because remember, that'd be his jab. That's how he's going to be jabbing with that arm. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to affect him, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look right. The arm looks bad. Like, the arm looks swollen. It doesn't look, the arm looks like kind of deformed, the bicep looks a little deformed, and the people are probably right. Maybe it is a torn bicep, but is it going to affect him massively in the fight? Who knows? Ugas would definitely fight on with it, because I think Ugas knows that if he pulls out, he's not going to get another opportunity like this. So I think it's for Ugas, it's like he's just going to have to take the opportunity, even though he might not be 100%. He's not in a position where he can afford to, pull out. So I think regardless of if he's a little bit injured, I think he's going to still I think he'll still, be fighting Pacquiao, because I think he knows what this could do to his career. But in terms of him winning, beating Manny Pacquiao, Ugas beating Manny Pacquiao, fully fit is difficult. But if he is, then he has got a torn bicep, then you'd have to say that it becomes even more difficult for him to beat Pacquiao. Let's be honest, it becomes very, very difficult for him to beat him. with that injury. And there's definitely something wrong there. You know, your arm doesn't look like that. You know, and when I've looked at Ugas's previous pictures, his arm definitely didn't look like that. So there's definitely something wrong. And just in general, his arm looked funny. His arm didn't look, it looked deformed. So 100% that, you know, he's definitely done something to his arm. Now, we don't know how that's going to affect his performance. We don't know how serious it is and how much. But if it's a torn bicep, that's painful. You know, that's going to be very, very difficult. You know, like I said, it looks a bit like Callum Smith. But I don't know whether Callum Smith was his tricep that looked funny and looked deformed. Because I think his was the back of the arm. Whereas this looks like the front of the arm. And the other day when I saw it in a t-shirt, his left arm looked massive. It looked weird, and it was definitely formed in a weird way. And people picked up on it in the t-shirt. But I think people were looking out for that in the weigh-in, and I think you can clearly see that there's something up there. There's something not right. But let's just hope that, you know, it doesn't affect him so much so that, you know, the fight becomes a non-competitive affair. I don't know, because you don't know too much, and they're hush-hush about it. No one said anything. I don't know how much it will affect him in the fight. But if it is as serious as what they say, it's got to have some kind of bearing. It's going to have some kind of bearing. So, yeah, hopefully Ugas, you know, can put up a good fight. I do think that this, if it is true, makes me even more confident that Pacquiao's going to win, and he's going to win in style. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Ugas with that type of injury to fight and even make it competitive. Because let's not forget, if you've torn your bicep, it's going to be very difficult for you to use that arm. It's going to pain. The pain's going to be excruciating, you know. So it's going to be difficult, man. It's going to be difficult. If it wasn't already difficult for Ugas, it's just got even more difficult. But, you know, Ugas is a warrior. He's still not... like I said, I don't think he would pull out a fight anyway, because I think he knows that he won't get this opportunity again. And maybe he's obviously tested it with that injury, and he's probably think he can fight. So yeah, let's see if he can put up a good performance. But looking at that arm looks bad, man. It looks gruesome, you know what I mean? It looks funny. Like the other day when I had a look at it, his arm looked funny. But now obviously at the weigh-in, you can clearly see that there's definitely something up with his left arm. And it's made the task doubly hard for Yordenis Ugas. And you've got to feel for him if it's, you know, it is an injury. You've got to feel for him, because, you know, he gets the biggest fight of his life and then he suffers something like that. Now, I don't know when that occurred. Maybe it occurred that week. Maybe it occurred ages ago. You know, who knows? But it's definitely something there. There's definitely something there in his left arm which doesn't look right. We haven't been told to what extent. I'm pretty sure after the fight, they probably will say. I remember Wilder also suffered, was it a torn bicep as well? His arm went funny as well. His arm, I've seen few fighters' arms go funny like that. Smith, Deontay Wilder, and now I've seen it with Ugas. So yeah, man, let's just hope Ugas is okay. Ugas is not going to be... that arm isn't going to affect his performance so much where it becomes a non-competitive fight. We just got to hope. But I do think that the arm looks weird. It does look a bit funny. So yeah, let's hope, man. Let's hope. It wouldn't, to be honest, I was looking at the fight without that anyway, and I still thought Pacquiao would win. But now with that, I think it makes it even more difficult, because there's definitely some kind of injury there. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see whether you know, he's injured, that swollen arm affects his performance tomorrow. Hopefully not, and hopefully we get a cracking fight. We get a really, really good fight. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you think about what you saw. And guys, remember to please put like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.